What makes you think that we're avoiding you? We're not here, or we haven't got to the phone yet. If we can get to the phone before the beep, we'll talk to you about some stuff. And if we don't, if you leave a message, we'll call you back and talk about some stuff. 'Cause talking about stuff is why you use the phone. So leave a message to talk about stuff. Hi everybody, I'm Marc with a C. Welcome to yet another warts-and-all pocket show. I'm recording this on November 30th of the year 2020. Assuredly, you're not seeing this unless you hacked my computer. In which case, well, at least now I know who it is. So, let's rock. Everybody in the sports bar knows the words to the song. It's AC/DC, you shook me all night long. And all the gals become bi-curious after a couple drinks. And they're making out with people they'll avoid for a few weeks. But lest you think that I'm stuck up, I like popular music. This song can't be popular till you decide it is. 2, 3, 4. Some clubs wouldn't do all ages, there were only adults at those shows. So I was singing for drunk adults, but what the fuck do adults know? Look, if you don't like children, then please just don't have kids. But don't tell them they can't come and hear popular music. Lest you think that I'm stuck up, I like popular music. This song can't be popular till you decide it is. This has all been nothing more than a sound check. This has all been nothing more than a sound check. This has all been nothing more than a sound check. This has all been nothing more than a sound check. Do you want me to drop everything just to be with you? I am ready to drop everything just to be with you. Life's only what I used to pass the time before I saw your face. And now I've got a different take on fate. Do you want me to confess my sins just to be with you? I would totally repent from them just to be with you. I promise now my wicked tongue apart from you stays chaste. 'Cause now I'd have a different take on faith. I'll wear my Sunday best 7 days a week. If I get to put my hands all over your physique. Yep. So, I'll wear my Sunday best 7 days a week. If you'll spend eternity buried right next to me. So, do you want me to believe in God just to be with you. Okay, I'll pretend that I believe in God just to be with you. It makes no difference to the times that I'll ride in my grave, 'cause now I've got a different take on faith. Now I've got a different take on faith. Well, welcome. Hope you're doing okay whenever you are looking at this or listening to it or doing a thing with it. What are you doing, by the way? As a matter of fact, wherever this is posted, there is assuredly a comment section, because if there wasn't, I wouldn't know the cliche, don't read the comments. But in order to not read the comments, or to know that you shouldn't, well, you gotta read the comments to find out why. So, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, while looking at this, besides looking at this, please tell me, what are you up to right this second? Again, it's November 30th of 2020 for me. Please comment when you've seen this and what you were up to, and maybe what your surroundings were like. I don't know, just for fun. This just dawned on me just this second. So, that tune is Different Take on Faith. For a blink and you miss it period of time that also felt very long. And I don't mean that in a shitty way. It just took a lot of work. I was in a band called Claire and the Potatoes. It's a long story. It was sort of a fake band masquerading as a real one that became real. We kind of Pinocchio'd. The songs were all sung by Leslie Rising. Only occasionally, myself or Jim Myers would take like a lead for a verse or harmonize with Leslie. But for that reason, songs like Different Take on Faith, which actually could have, at the time it was written, could have gone either way. It could have become a Marc with a C song, but it ended up being right for Claire. It got bumped up to a key that is, I can sing in the key of G, but weirdly, as I age, it feels like strain to do that song. So I kind of, in a weird way, it's like I dodged a metaphorical bullet, because I didn't have to play that tune and sing it every day. That was kind of neat. Anyways, here's one from the album Linda Lovelace for President, because I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorite just straight up pop tunes I've ever wrote. It is a true story, but it was not a true story at the time that I wrote it. I want to make this exceptionally clear. This was me, and yes, it is autobiographical, this one. No bullshit. Not that it would be hard to believe, just no, there's not like a hidden thing about this. But at the time that I wrote it, I was thinking back to being in high school. So if it seems like, well, that's shitty for an adult to be saying about, well, yeah, but it would be, but that's not what the song is. The song is Jessica, I Heard You Like the Who. I've asked for your number, but please let me explain that I'm not looking to date you. I don't think of you that way. Now sure, you've got nice looks and a clear teenage complexion. I'm just calling you because of your record collection. Oh, Jessica, I heard you like the Who. I do too. Jessica, here's what I wanna do. I wanna trade tapes with you. I wanna trade tapes with you. I wanna trade tapes with you. Sure, you're nice to look at. You're a regular teenage queen. I don't wanna get in your pants, just inside your tape machine. 'Cause Jessica, I heard you like the Who. I do too. Jessica, here's what I wanna do. You got the complete fly that leads and Sebado's import CDs. I don't care about the birds and bees, nor getting to know you biblically. You say you like the violent femmes, I like Jonathan Richman. The Modern Lovers were his first band, but you swear you've never heard of them, which means that you have never heard their classic debut. Well, Jessica, I'll copy that for you. I wanna trade tapes with 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 you. 'Cause how do you wrap up a tune about being a high schooler who's trying to make friends with other like-minded Who fans if you're not at least going to do a half windmill at the tail end? So, we have an interesting thing that has just popped up. And by popped up, I mean it just dawns on me right this second. And hopefully this will alternately go okay, but also be shaky enough that I can prove that these really are warts and all, and that the second that I press record, that's it. There's no do-overs. There's whatever you get is what you get. Just like in life or performance. Now, here's what happened. I do and have intended, while doing these pocket shows, knowing fully well what my future is, I wanted to try to stay either completely free of repeats or potentially only repeat a song for a very good reason that may come up later in the pocket shows. But frankly, I just don't remember if I played this one or not. I kind of do. I mean, I think I did. So I'm just going to skip it. Then I'm going to have to check all the other pocket shows and go like, did I play that song? And I'm not telling you what it is. So instead, what I've got to do is come up with a song that roughly functions the same way on the set list right now in front of you. So if I'm going to do that kind of trial by fire, I'm going to pick one that... Okay, so between you and me, the song is Staying Dormant, right? That's from the Bootwater Suite, which is the entirety of side 2 of the album Exactly Where I Am. And Staying Dormant is absolutely one of my total faves that I ever made up. However, it didn't get played live very often because it's, one, it's definitely not anybody's favorite but mine. But past that, it is pretty dark and it does suck the life out of a room. So I'm going to play another one that didn't get performed live for the same reason. I don't hold this one in as high of esteem, but I have no problem with it. I am going to be changing a lyric here or there. Let's see what happens. Here's a tune from 2007's, I think, Normal Bias, which is, as I often say, one of my very favorites. But, you know, I'm going to have to, at some point, do a breakdown of my favorite records of my own, I think. I think it's long fucking overdue that Marc with a C takes a good look at his own record shelf and details what the fuck he actually believes he did right. I know that you all must hear all the time from me like, well, I don't play that song anymore, or, nah, I don't really like that one, or, okay, I kind of have a problem with that. And that must make you walk on fucking eggshells about even looking at me, you know, even listening, right? Like, what a mercurial fucking douchebag. One, it's a persona. Two, the arrogance is part of it. Three, the lack of confidence is the other part of it. They are exaggerated things. But Normal Bias has a break with that part of the persona, in that a lot of that record can be very autobiographical. The whole reason I don't hold this tune in that high of esteem is because I actually did try to play this tune live a few times, and it never went well. That's it. Just, oh man, that song didn't really function at all. Because nobody ever talks to me about this song. And they didn't seem to even notice it. None of you seemed to notice it. Seemed, I underline, because I don't know, I'm in my own head up there on the stage, you know? I'm trying to concentrate on the words and the chords, and also performing, and also kind of silently acting, you know, the bits of reaction to the lyrics with my eyes, facial expressions, and trying to make eye contact with all of you. There's a lot that I'm juggling. So, I guess if I don't get some immediate fucking standing ovation, I feel like, no, it's just time to do that for the next song. Like, I don't even... Thank you for coming to Marc with a C, psychoanalyzes himself. This song is called How It's Been. When I was a kid, I'd pretend I was adopted, and that's why I didn't understand the things my parents did. But we don't talk no more, and that's probably for the best. I was closer to the others anyway. When you're young and impressionable, some evils can sink in. The best that you can do is try to retain innocence. And this is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been, Lord. This is how I'll stay. This is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been all my life. Went to a Baptist school and read that book of Job. I thought that maybe God was just a bit too harsh on him. Covered his body with boils just to try to test Job's faith. Now I realize God was just having a bad self-esteem day. 'Cause when you're young and impressionable, those evils can sink in. The best that you can do is try to retain innocence. This is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been, Lord. This is how I'll stay. This is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been all my life. It felt like summer '68 and winter '91, when college stations were the only reasons I'd wake up. I left the Bible home and gave up talking to the bad, and gave up hoping that the world would ever make more sense. 'Cause when you're young and impressionable, those evils will sink in. And the best that you can do is try to retain innocence. And that is how it's been all my life. That is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been, Lord. This is how I'll stay. This is how it's been all my life. This is how it's been all my tell you, we did come up, and by we, I mean myself and Chris Zabriskie, we did come up with a way to play the song live when we absolutely had to. And what I mean by absolutely had to is we booked a show, this was around 2010, where we were going to play the album Normal Bias in its entirety, but then in rehearsal, it dawned on us, wait, How It's Been, the song How It's Been, didn't work. What are we going to do? So he, not me, all the credit on this one has to go to Chris. Chris just came up with this completely different drum pattern for the song. And it kicked my ass. And then that one night, the song went over so wonderfully, and people were like, man, I didn't know. And I felt the same way, like, damn, this is all right. And then, now this is just my memory here. I am getting older. That means the memory can be faulty, faultier than it has been. My recollection is that we had tasked someone who was not me to record that particular show. And at the, we were waiting to get the recording back because Chris could not remember the drum pattern. That's my memory. And then by the time we got that recording, it was kind of a dead issue. I could be wrong. I probably am. Whenever this is live, Chris Zabriskie is probably texting me right. I'm kidding. Chris isn't watching this. Unless. Anyways, if you paid a lot of attention to Marc with a C over the years, you know that I am completely open about having throat issues. So I'm going to take a swig of water, and then I'm going to play you one of the songs that I was asked to play more than any other. I've never really calculated or tabulated that kind of thing, but this is definitely on the list of songs that at some point get requested in practically every show. And also, as a result, on the list of songs that people who come to Marc with a C shows regularly are just as sick of as I can sometimes be. Maybe I'll just rename the song that. But it's I'd have to say, a fairly accurate portrayal of where the brains of Marc with a C were in 2003. Because he had seen a lot of girls out along the way, and he checked them out back and forth, to and fro, hither, thither, near and far, all the live long day. But Marc with a C just loves him a girl with glasses, and they don't always accept his sexual passes. But it's true that he likes girls with glasses best, and that might just make Marc with a C prejudiced. I wrote a song about it, gonna do it right the fuck now, here it goes. I raised my eye just to inspect her while she adjusts her pocket protector. There's nothing wrong with a nerdy girl. She's the kind of lady that I'd like to make, but she's busy thinking about anime. Lord, there's nothing like a nerdy girl. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's a fan of Tori Amos, trying to be cool just like John Stamos. There's nothing wrong with a nerdy girl. She don't drink no gin and juice, but I imagine her in her underoos. Oh Lord, there's nothing like a nerdy girl. Oh, and nerdy girls are sweet, nerdy girls are hot. A nerdy girl knows what kind of ice cream that I want. Oh, and she reads books that I can't pronounce, but either way I'd like to announce that, Lord, there's nothing wrong with a nerdy girl. She could bring out the best in me, but I'm busy checking out her pair of B's. Lord, there's nothing like a nerdy girl with small boobs. Oh, and nerdy girls are sweet, nerdy girls are smart. A nerdy girl can straighten out the wheels on my mental shopping cart. And that goes for the nerdy girls with the small boobs, like I said, or the very large breastises, or the nerdy ladies with no capacity to grow breasts of any kind. Cause a regular gal just ain't gonna do, and I guess it sounds dumb unless it's happened to you and you've never been in love with a nerdy girl. So put away those contact lenses, climb over those tired fences, put on your glasses, be a nerdy girl. Oh, and nerdy girls are sweet, nerdy girls are hot. A nerdy girl knows what kind of hentai that she wants. So, and nerdy girls are sweet, and nerdy girls are smart. A nerdy girl can straighten out the wheels on my mental shopping cart. But she don't drink no gin and juice, so I imagine her in her underoos. Lord, there's nothing like a nerdy girl. Well, friends, well-wishers, entities, enemies, pedicures, looky-loos, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries. Thank you so much for enjoying or hating or experiencing whatever you did with this here Warts and All Pocket Show. It's my pleasure to have done this. I hope you're doing okay in whatever planetary situation is happening at the time that this is available for you to do stuff with. I don't know why I'm having such a fucking hard time with words today. Didn't have them before I pressed record. We just all got those days. This is one of mine. Things just are not rolling off the tongue today. Shit, so this next one's gonna be tough. Because, man, this one didn't get performed live pretty much ever. But starting around 2017, I was asked to do it a lot. Why not? The breath control was really tough on this song. Let me go ahead and clue you in on what's going on. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to wrap up today with the song Selfies. It's a cover of a tune by the rap artist Starf, a fantastic man and a really talented writer, just in general, and especially performer. And, of course, Selfies is another banger. But Selfies, why did I cover it? Well, one, I liked it. That's kind of like the first thing that has to come up if I'm going to do a song that I didn't write. I have to kind of enjoy it. And in the case of Selfies, I went, yeah, that's fucking brilliant. Let's go. But I didn't really intend it to become public. Not that day. Instead, what had happened was Starf was doing one of those Extra Life, like, charity streams, and he's done these for about as long as I've known him. So he'll game for like 24, 48 hours and, raise money for like sick kids and stuff. And I had this idea, because Starf is a buddy of mine. I was like, man, okay, what would excite me at the 11th hour, right? And I don't mean the 11th hour, but like, there's that point like about 3/4 of the way in where you're like, I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I can do this the way that I promised or the way that I planned. I don't know if it's in me. And I think we all, at least the empathetic and honest folks in these positions, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I thought that it would be neat to just quickly bang out a cover of Selfies and email it to Starf, then hop on his stream and go, hey man, check your email. And then he would just hear it in like his headphones and kind of laugh and react, but nobody would get to hear it. And it would just be this in thing that he and I got to do, and it would excite him, and then the adrenaline would be kicking, and rest of the stream would be a breeze. That's not how it went. Not in the least. I did all those things. I recorded it. Did a very rough mix. It's the same version you've all heard, if you've heard it. My version of it, at least. And I emailed it to Starf. And then I hopped onto the stream, and I said, check your email. But I fucked up the date. Or the time. So here's what happened. When I went, check your email, and he's like, oh, man, I wasn't expecting this. And I was like, well, hey, does this give you a little bit of adrenaline to go on and do your stream with? And he's like, what are you talking about? I started an hour ago, or maybe it was 2 hours ago, and I'm like, I feel like the world's biggest heel. So at that point, I had two choices. Either do something with the recording, because now I hadn't had closure on what I set out to do, or record another one of Starf's tunes very quickly to do that again. Now, that was an attractive option, but the breath control really is a thing. Selfies was not the easiest thing for me to learn and get okay at. So I knew that it was not likely that I'd be able to wrap up another one in such a short period of time. But anyways, if you've ever wondered how the song Selfies entered the Obscurity trilogy, it was more or less me realizing, oh, this thing that I recorded that my friend wrote fits what I'm doing, and it fits what I'm talking about, and it fits contextually, and it fits for recording styles on the back half of the Half Serious, Half Kidding EP. So then all that was left to do was ask Starf, can I put this out? And then, of course, I was like, well, hey, what performing rights society are you affiliated with? Because I don't want to rip you off. I want you to, if I make money, I want you to make money. And check this out. Starf basically told me, hey, you want to come up with a lump sum with me and we'll just call it even? And maybe, I don't know, if you put it on a record, will you send it to me? Like, this is the best publishing deal in the history of publishing deals. And I'm glad that he did it that way, because honestly, if we're just talking about that song, I haven't even made that lump sum money back. Not mad about it. I'm happy that I got to put the song out. It made Starf happy. It made the people that enjoy my version of the song happy. And apparently it made a bunch of people on TikTok very happy. Now let's see if I can make myself happy with attempting to do the song. It will not be exactly the way you have heard it on the recording. It is not possible to do without editing. A lot of editing and overdubbing. For me. Maybe others can do it. I am not others. I am Marc with a C, and the last song for this warts-and-all pocket show is whatever the fuck I'm about to do here to Starf's Selfies. I'm looking good today, oh so fine. I'll take the opportunity, make the moment mine. I'm gonna make it shine. Gonna take it off kilter and edit the picture with a hipster filter. Grayscale, artsy, I think I'll stick with sepia and plaster the results on all my favorite social media. Do you like it? And will you share it? If not, I'll grin and bear it, because I don't even care. It's my favorite pastime on the net. Don't forget, I don't regret looking good, even though I used edits. Haven't seen me since yesterday. Here's a small smattering, don't mind the granulation. The webcam's not too flattering. A gathering of everyone to see my face look. Don't tell me to stop, that's why it's called Facebook. Instagram was made for instant gratification. Giphy's got your back if you want a moving creation. So come with me and indulge, let's all do it quick. Don't concern yourself with backlash, just take another pic, cause you can upload it fast. I'm sure you're looking fine, but I missed it, I was too busy reflecting on mine. And damn, I look nice, you'd have to agree. Every side is my good side, here's 4 more pics to prove it, see. Arrogant narcissist, clearly though, it's the middle of the night again, so here we go. I'm taking selfies, I'm taking selfies. How good am I looking? Tell me, tell me. Narcissism ain't all that healthy. Self-worth through the roof, I'm so wealthy. I'm taking selfies, I'm taking selfies. How good am I looking? Tell me, tell me. Narcissism ain't all that healthy. Self-worth through the roof, I'm so wealthy. Snap it, inspect it, photo corrected, red eye detected, upload it, project it. Snap it, inspect it, red eye detected, photo corrected, upload it, project it. I'm looking great, so look at me. I'm up too late, so look at me. New haircut, look at me. You can stare, just look at me. From one side to the other, like my pics. Look at me, another selfie. Don't tell me it's out of control. I've removed the stigma. I know the selfie album's getting kinda big, but you know, I don't think it's too big. The selfie folder on my hard drive is only 2 gigs. There's always room for more. There's always room for me. And besides, I just got a new shirt I know you'll wanna see. The moral of the story is, hold on, I gotta take a quick pic. Tell me how I look tonight. Here it goes, click, click. I'm taking selfies. How good am I looking? Tell me. Narcissism ain't all that healthy. Self-worth through the roof. I'm so wealthy. I'm taking selfies. How good am I looking? Tell me. Narcissism ain't all that healthy. Self-worth through the roof. Look at me. And I guess I was just doing a whole bunch of look at me, wasn't I? Well, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries of the People's Republic of whoever the fuck is looking at this, best wishes to each and every one of you. Please take care of one another. Give as much love as you can to one another. I feel like I'm supposed to give words of wisdom right now, and I have no idea why. Not only because I have nothing on deck to say, in that realm at least, but also, I told you pretty much everything I knew for about 20 years. I love you though.